Welcome back to Not So Grand Garage. Today I'm out in the drive and I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do for quite a while and just keep putting it off. And yeah, we're going to take a pair of fuel filters off this truck. They're currently sitting in the shop. If you remember the build on this truck or watch the videos on that, it's been a couple of years now, but we've rebuilt the fuel system, all custom. And yeah, I've ran this truck on a lot of our fuel since then. And I changed the filters out probably a year and a half after putting them on the truck. Not for necessity or anything like that, but just for preventative maintenance essentially. Wasn't having any issues, no plugging, no nothing like that. But figured now would be a good time to cut those filters open and see just how well we were doing. See if we got any crud stuck in them or anything like that. They've been sitting in the shop for a while now, in the drain pan just draining out, so they're probably pretty dry. So we should be able to cut them open the pleats, and see how things look pretty easily. So let's get at it. I'm going to try to do this in one go, so we don't have to, I don't want to edit the video. So here we are. This is the main fuel filter on the oil side of the truck, or at least it was the one I was running at the time. It was dated when I put it on at the end of 23. I changed it out, I would say mid to end of 25. And this was the engine side filter. I did not date this one. This one was on the truck before I redid the fuel system for the oil side and all of that. So this was on there even longer. Now this sees diesel and oil. This sees oil only. This filter here has a lower micron rating than the main engine filter. And the reason for that is while running on oil, I would rather plug this filter first than plug this one. Reason being, if this filter plugs and I'm somewhere and I don't have a filter on me, I can switch back to diesel fuel and this filter is still going to be good because this one will plug much faster than this one. So yeah, let's go on. Tell you what, we'll start with the main engine filter here. Hopefully, I haven't used this filter cutter in a hot minute. So we'll see if it works well. A little bit more. Jeez Louise. There we are. Bottom plate, which is substantial. There. This little doobie goes like so. And filter itself. Now, let's see here. There's some little bit of sludge in the filter, but again, this was on the truck for a long time. But let's see here. Let's see if I can take these caps off of here. Yeah, this filter's pretty brittle at this point. Take that center tube out if I can get it out. Okay. Well, that's not going as planned. But as you can tell, the filter media itself is black, but I'm not seeing anything in the element that says this filter was ready to be replaced. Yeah, there's some crusties, little rust bits and stuff like that. Keep in mind this filter saw both fuel tanks. This sees pump diesel fuel and oil. Which, let's be honest, it didn't see a lot of pump diesel fuel in that time. But it did see some, so I'd say some of this like rust contamination, because the tanks on the truck and all the lines and everything's new. And there's no rust in making it through our process. So I would say this is likely contamination from the fuel station. We've got a little bit of grit and such, but not too bad. Like I said, this filter could probably have been ran for quite a while longer. Nothing crazy at all, really. All things considered. There's some good grit. Yeah, it looks like at some point I picked up some rust or something, probably from the fuel station, because that's the main bits I'm seeing. And if it was from our fuel, stuff this big would have been caught by this filter here. So we're gonna cut this filter open next and see what it looks like. I'm gonna get rid of this. Hopefully, this filter here, which is a Donaldson P553207. I typically run Baldwin on this one as well, or for this one as well, but I did not have one at the time. This is what I had, so this is what I ran. And I also go by price, because these filters aren't getting cheaper. But let's see what the inside of this one looks like. I will say, this filter cut a lot easier than the Baldwin did. Okay, bottom plate. And this filter has only seen oil. It's a vertical filter. It's got a water separator in it. You see a very little bit of sludge down on the bottom. Not sure if you'll be able to make it out, but there's some crusties and sediment from setting or from settling inside the filter down by the water drain. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors and see if we can get this opened up. Well, that's part of it. So, in the pleats, yeah, so that rust and stuff was definitely coming from the fuel station, because there is no particulate stuck in this filter. To speak of. There's a couple little bitty flakes. Let's see if I can get the rest of this cut out of here. We're going to do it in chunks, I guess. Again, nothing to really speak of. And again, this is not a scientific thing by any stretch of the imagination. This is just kind of on a whim, cutting these open, because I've kind of wanted to do it for a while. Get rid of that end cap. Seal. See if I can get this to tear off this tube. It's coming. It's almost there. There we go. Okay. Got one little speck there. Not sure what it was. But as you can tell, compared to, other than the filter media being black, which it's going to be, compared to the diesel side of the system, this filter's got hardly anything on it. And you know what? That speck was glue. Yeah, it was glue from the base gasket when I broke it apart, just like that. But we've got nothing here as far as particulate goes. Nothing. Like I said, the inside of the canister does have a little bit of sludge in the bottom, some little sludgy bits. Again, that settles down to the moisture drain, which kind of is the point of it. So, yeah, I'm not seeing anything in this that says this filter even needed to be replaced. And that was after from 23 to 24, 24 to 20, mid 25, I believe. So a year and a half on this filter with a lot of homebrew fuel ran through it. Yeah. This compared to this, which has visible sediment and particulate in it. This is from the diesel side, so I'm getting a lot of stuff from the fuel stations plugging this filter up. But our homebrew stuff, which this filter only sees the oil, is cleaner. Go figure. Well, there we have it. I tell you, I'm kind of surprised. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that our fuel is cleaner than what's coming out of the pump at the fuel station. I will say I was really surprised at how much effort it took to cut this filter apart compared to this one, which, hey, that's another tell right there. Look at how much rusty stuff is in this filter, which again sees the diesel fuel from the pump, compared to this one. Anywho, we're gonna go on and call that there. I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Now I can finally throw these filters away. But yeah, kind of telling. Our fuel's cleaner than what you're getting at the pump. It's also drier. I can count. I've opened the water drain on that filter twice in the 1.5 years it was on the truck. Never got any moisture out of it. The engine side filter, on the other hand, that sees fuel from the station, I've drained several more times than that. Always had a little bit of water in the bottom of it. So yeah, our fuel's not only cleaner, but drier. With that said, we're gonna wrap this one up here. If you got any comments, questions, complaints, drop them in the comment section below. I try to answer those as quick as possible. If you want to get in on making your own fuel, which, considering how the world is nowadays, probably be a good idea. Check us out, www.notsograndgarage.com, and we'll get you the kit and setup you need. We've got them in stock, shipping fast as of April 3rd, 2026. So yeah, be sure to check us out. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We appreciate you watching.